Hello, hope you're having a great day. Victor here with VC Football as always. A video I've been wanting to do for quite some time now. No lengthy intro with this one, guys. Just the top 3 improvements Mexico must make before the Gold Cup if they want any chance of winning it this year. Ground rules for the video. I have to have 1 improvement each for defense, midfield, and attack. This isn't cheating right off the bat, is it? Well, I don't think so. We're going to kick things off with the most clear improvement El Tata must make, choosing the correct duo for the wingback positions. Martino has not started the same pair of wingbacks in the 3 matches, playing the 3-4-3 formation, and I can see why. When Martino first started using the 3 at the back formation, he opted for Arteaga on the left and Antuna on the right. This was a match against Costa Rica and Mexico was held scoreless after 90 minutes. But what stuck out more than the inability to score was just how poor Mexico looked when Los Ticos were on the counterattack. Antuna in particular was poor with his defensive duties as a wingback and was lucky not to see red after flying in recklessly when forced to drop back deep and defend. So it comes as no surprise that Martino has not used Antuna as a wingback since. For me, I like the way Arteaga plays and he looks solid defensively, but will need to work on his crosses and passes in the final third when attacking. As for the right wingback, Martino will have to keep testing players for the position because so far no one has impressed and made the position their own. The second improvement El Tri must make if they want to win the Gold Cup is the 3-4-3 poses a big problem for Mexico's midfield. Before I get ahead of myself, a quick recap of the basics in midfield when using the 3-4-3 formation. In a flat midfield, this formation uses 2 players in the midfield. One is usually more attacking and the other is more defensive. But both of them have to have a high work rate and they both contribute defensively and during transition into attacking. The defensive midfielder is usually physically imposing and has to be very fit to run up and down the pitch. He is also usually the one who sets up the tempo of the game. The offensive midfielder has less defensive responsibilities and their role is to support the forwards with quick forward passes and looking for through balls. Offensively, the position is not worrisome for El Tri as they have plenty of talented attackers like Charlie Rodriguez, Diego Lainez, and Sebastian Cordoba. Defensively is where I have seen many issues though. Besides El Titon, Mexico really doesn't have a lot in terms of physically imposing players. And while El Tata Martino has counted on HH as the defensive midfielder in 2 of the 3 games where Mexico lined up in the formation, he is currently 31 years of age and is definitely starting to slow down. But finding his replacement may not be as easy as it seems. Just take into account Mexico's last game against Honduras. El Tata Martino's starting lineup had El Charlie Rodriguez and Romo as the 2 midfielders in the 3-4-3 formation. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, if I had to choose who was going to be the offensive midfielder here, it would clearly be Charlie. And I hope I'm not the only one who thinks that because the guy has really good passes going forward, he's always looking for through balls, and might I add, he was the player who hit the post in this game. A lot of qualities that would make him the offensive midfielder. But several problems here with his positioning alongside Romo in this game. It was a bit of a mess in midfield for this game and there was plenty of times where I was like, what are you guys doing? Here you can see Charlie is the one who is staying back to defend while Romo is the one moving forward to press. But the problem for El Tri was time and time again, both Charlie and Romo would move up and leave this enormous amount of space directly behind them. Every time they left that space, Honduras players would be right in between the lines waiting to receive that ball. And the final improvement here is that the offense tends to underperform without an in-form center forward. Raul Jimenez is still on Mexico's squad list despite his skull injury, and El Chicharito Hernandez is also on Martino's preliminary 60-man squad list. El Chicharito has not played with El Tri since 2019, but he is Mexico's all-time goal scorer, and he's in good form, having scored 7 times in 7 matches played in the MLS regular season. El Chucky Lozano is Mexico's best forward this year, and it's not even close. Without him, El Tri's offense just isn't the same, and the game against Honduras is a prime example of this. This match marks the first game under Martino where Mexico was not able to get a single shot on target all game. And of course, this would be the game where I was there to watch it live. What a day that was, filled with highs and lows, but that'll be a story time for another day. Recap time. So the top 3 improvements El Tata Martino must make are: number 1, wingbacks who are able to attack and defend. Number 2, in midfield, I want to see clear roles for both of the midfielders if they are going to continue with the 3-4-3 formation. One player should be the offensive midfielder, the other should be a defensive midfielder. And last but not least, we need a good center forward who is in form. Thank you to everybody who has made it until the end of the video. Also, kind of crazy that Mexico will be playing the 2 first games of the World Cup qualifiers without an audience. What do you guys think of that? Huge shout out to all of my VIP members, and as always, I will catch you in the next one. Peace.